Hi there. Well, I haven't been here for a while, mainly because I've done it quite a lot and I just feel there's less and less here. And I do grid it sometimes. In the last videos you may have seen, I grid it really carefully and I don't find that much. So I thought I'd come up today and just have a lovely time wandering around. And just, it doesn't matter if I find stuff or not today, I don't care if I don't find enough to make a film. It would be lovely if we did find enough, because it's a nice day, there's a bit of rain about. There's no wind, there's just no wind at all. It's absolutely phenomenal, never happens. Anyway, I found a couple of quite interesting bits already, and I need a new set of leads for this. But it didn't sound quite like that 6 inches down. But it's a hammered coin, and I don't know what it is. It looks a bit unusual, I've got to say. It might be, got it wrong last time, could be a continental imitation, because I found a few of those up here. It's a little bit unusual, whatever it is. I don't think, yeah, I think it is Edward, but it's been clipped in a funny way. Yeah, I'm sure it's an Edward Longcross now I look at it. Having said that, no, I'm going to stick my neck out really early on and say continental imitation, because I just can't get enough, even though I can see an E and a D there. But anyway, that's just fantastic. I am on a little bit of the field that I don't usually come to because I don't feel there's much on it, but there you go, I'm wrong. And, ow, I knew I'd do that if I put that there. This isn't very old, I don't think, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's in the most incredible condition. It's a horse and a rider on a very spiky big pin, drawing pin it looks like. So it would have been put into something, Lord knows what. I just don't know. It's too deep to be leather, I would have thought, wouldn't you? But it's just the condition of it which is rather wonderful. But that could be Second World War, Victorian perhaps. I don't think much earlier, but really beautiful. Well, as always up here, I found a couple of absolutely cracking buckles. A couple of absolute beauties. I don't know, that one, I found these before. I don't think they're quite as early as they look. But look at that absolutely beautiful condition. It's got an iron pin, which has rusted over rather. So, but that might release. But I love those. I think they're Elizabethan. I think they're Tudor, and I think that's probably Tudor as well, maybe slightly earlier. But I love these round ones. I just knew this was good and I still didn't live dig it. I'm furious with myself. I don't know if you can hear it or not because my speaker's playing up a bit. And it's not the earliest thing I hope I find today. Oh, but it's absolutely beautiful and just goes to show the condition of the coins from this pasture. It's only a Georgian coin. It's George the First. But I have never, that is museum quality. I have never seen anything like it. 1725, Georgius. I mean, this must have been lost almost from having been minted, I would have thought. The condition, I mean, it's as if I found it in someone's drawer. I mean, I'm absolutely, God, I mean, I'm rather blown away. I've never found a coin in this condition ever. And I'm going to be really careful with it. It's an Irish one on top of that. I can see Hibernia, or Scottish, or whatever it is, with her lyre. But my God, I mean, that's absolutely fabulous. That's made my day. Look at that. Hi there. Welcome to headquarters. Oh, Tass, come on, up you get. As soon as I start speaking, as soon as I start talking to somebody, Tasky gets jealous. It's absolutely freezing outside, but he keeps insisting on wanting to be let out the whole time. And we may even go out detecting a bit later today, if it's not too cold. Anyway, go on then, Task. Let's have a quick look at this coin. Firstly, I think it's the best copper coin I have ever found. The detail on it is absolutely stunning. And these halfpennies were made between 1922 and 1924 by William Woods, was the minter, for the Irish market. Hence Hibernia on the background with her lyre. He also made coins for the American and colonial markets as well. Now, I'm not very good on economics. I'm even less good on how things like inflation work. But these coins were very unpopular, and it's all to do with what was conceived as the quality of the copper coinage and how the Irish markets would react to this sudden influx of these coins. And a lot of what I've read recently revolves around the fact that apparently they were worried about the quality of the coinage. Now, my God, I mean, you look at this, there's no worry about the quality of this coinage. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, minted, this one's 1923. Now, very, very carefully, I've got these things called the Composite Cleaning Pencils. I've got two because I find two really handy. I'll tell you why in a second. I've done a video of these on my other channel. I quite like using these now. It took me a bit of time to get used to them, but when you get the hang of them, they can be jolly effective cleaning tools. Basically, I like sharpening them. Bit of sandpaper, short, jabby strokes, and you'll get a bit of a point on them. I just find that when I'm in the middle of cleaning something and it gets blunt, it's quite handy just to go straight onto another one and sharpen them both at the same time. As we saw in the video, this was in really good condition, but there was a very thin layer of crust on both sides. Now, I've cleaned the portrait side, and I think you'll agree I've done a bloody good job on it. I haven't yet gone to the other side. Now you can see there where the very thin crust, quite a tough crust, still is on Hibernia. So I'm going to keep this back and clean that in a video on the other channel. But very carefully going round it with the composite pencil, I think I've done a particularly nice job on it, and well worthwhile because it's just an absolutely cracking coin. I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled with it. I love finding earlier things, don't we all? But I'm not complaining with something like that comes up. If you want to know more about it, William Woods is the name of the guy. 1722 to 724 halfpenny coinage made for the Irish market. Quite interesting. I'm just not very good at explaining the economical side of things. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to all that, and let's go back to the fields. And the wind's picked up again, but I don't really mind. And the cows are back in this pasture, which is rather lovely too. Wow. But this is really faint as well. There's a lot of little 2.2 rifle, tiny little copper things up here. I sometimes stop digging them if I know what they're going to be, and I do know what they're going to be. I know it might be a quarter, but it's time management. Well, that sounds all right. Quite faint. very small, whatever it is. It'll be in here. Can't even see it. Right on cue. They'll drive you mad, these. There's a lot of them here. You can't really not dig them. And if your machine's picking these out at that depth, no, I'll just wait for that plane to go past. Jesus, it sounds like it's about 10 meters above my head. God, it's miles away. But as I was saying, if your machine's picking these up at depth, then you might be finding all sorts of goodies. You can't ignore it, really. Well, I can, but I try not to. So, even though I've been over this ground so often, I'm still finding wonderful things, and it's another hammered coin. I suspect in lovely condition as always up here. Well, maybe not this time actually. It's not a particularly good one at all. It's a bit rubbish, but we can still clearly see what's going on, he says. Hope you can hear me. You may have already seen me say it in a film I've already released, as it were. But the software I use for these films has come out with an amazing noise reduction thing. So I'll use it now on this win and see if it works. But yeah, it's really cool. I think it's Elizabeth or Tudor. It's got a shield on it. Jolly nice. There's always stuff up here. I mean, I'm working hard today, I've got to say. It's not been easy. Well, there are some lovely things coming up. I mean, nothing groundbreaking, but just some lovely bits and pieces and well worth coming out for. I'm getting close to these wonderful cows. They seem to be ignoring me pretty much, as they always do. This lovely strap end, for example, as well. I don't know how old it is, but it's just beautiful. It's in such good condition and just so beautifully made. And I'm going to try and plug you in for this one. This is really scratchy. And it's just not working very well at the moment, my system, I'm afraid. So that's why I've been a bit reluctant to use it. But anyway, here we go. I've got to get some more leads and stuff. Could be another 2.2 cartridge, but that's just perfect for here. And I just think signals like that just don't exist when it's dry. So we've got to make the most of it. It's a bit squeaky, a bit scratchy. And it's just there. See what it sounds like now. I love seeing what it sounds like afterwards. Nothing wrong with that. Come on, fingers crossed. Bet it's lead. Whatever it is, it's in here. It's lead, I can feel it. Nope. It's a button. Would you believe it? Ah, how infuriating. A copper military button. That's all. But that's the perfect size for something wonderful, isn't it? Well, that's rather lovely as well. It's another little bit of strap end of sorts. I don't think it's particularly or stupidly early, but I've never found a design like that. It's rather beautiful. And I've just found another first for me. Again, it's a coin in absolutely stunning condition. It's not early at all, but I've never found one. It's an Elizabeth I penny. They look just like Victorian and Georgian ones. I'm not sure if you can see my face at the moment. Should I get down like this? There we go, that might be better. It's in perfect condition. I mean, I know they existed, I just don't find, I've never found one before, so that's two really cool pieces. Gosh, you know, I don't think we're not gonna become millionaires today, but for just the variation of finds that we've got, it's been brilliant. Just so worth coming out for. It's very punchy, but deep. It sounds like a Georgian coin, sort of big copper coin. But as always, the live digs are just bloody hopeless. Well, that's not brilliant because I'll dub a beep in or two for that. It's not in there, it's in there, so it's not as deep as I thought it was. But it is just at the very top here. I bet it's army. I've been finding so much army today. Well, it's army, but it's early army. It's a musket ball of sorts, a bit smashed up. That's what gives a lovely sound at depth. Crikey, the noise they make! We'll end on this. It's very wispy and very deep. And still in there. I think it must be there. It's lead. No, it's not. Lord knows. But that would have been nice once. I think it must be a well, I can see where it's had, where there would be something to hang it from. So I'm imagining it's a horse harness pendant of sorts, and it's a bit broken. That bit would have come out, and it would have hung like that. There's a little thing there. How lovely. Very unusual. What a wonderful day. It's been really good fun and it's nice and warm. And it's the middle of November and with, you know, I know I might look quite dressed up, but it's really nice. And it's been fabulous coming back here just for today and not taking it too seriously, just having a nice wander around, picking up little bits and pieces like that. Absolutely thrilled. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.